Welcome back to the Ostfront, my friends. We're playing as, of course, the Wehrmacht in this one, and trying to stop a Soviet counterattack, while also trying to take the Pavlovka area here. So, my idea is actually to grab these boys and put them right there, in line for the Soviet counterattack. We've got a few, what I believe to be Marder assault guns, but we're going to have to get up close and personal to actually find out. So I really am, honestly, relying on that Soviet attack. I want to make sure that it appears and actually occurs. And with all the rest of these units over here, we're going to push for Pavlovka. So I'm hoping that this sort of will work together. We'll do okay. We're going to go ahead and just authorize that. Got no issues with that movement so far. And what we'll do is, of course, grab that group. And again, we are just going to East Pavlovka. As you can see, we've got a blizzard going on, but that's not going to stop us. We are going to assault the area, and we are going to get started. Let's go for it, men. Best of luck. Take out all the Soviets you can. And the Soviets, of course, are going to be all over the damn place. So we certainly want to be prepared. And, of course, we've got some STKFCs to assist us in this push. Well, as always, friends, we'll return when the combat begins. And it begins. We got enemy contact right there at Pavlovka. Of course, we want to start returning fire, and I want to make sure that these STKFCs are actually aiming at the enemy. Just keep Alvik right there and open fire on that Daka. Good shooting, good shooting. It looks like we may have also had some contact over here. Let's check our boys. They're doing fine. In fact, I'm going to take Grinauer and Kopp and move them over here for this assault. Come on, Mena. Alright, I like this. Look at this push. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. These guys are getting closer and closer to the Soviet dog of an enemy. But keep it up, boys. Keep it up. We've even got a big old gun here on one of these. Knebel's gun is just blowing away those Soviet foes. I love it. Onwards, boys, onwards. Seville has gone right through the hay there. He doesn't give a damn about any of this hay. We've got plenty of rations back at home, yeah? So we'll take Koenig. With Koenig alone, we're going to head this way, just because I am seeing some potential enemies over there. More enemy contact, and look at this. All the way back there, firing off mortars. So we know they've got a hell of a defensive line here at Pavlovka. Look at that. Wire link established. Good work, boys. Getting perfect radio communications here as we advance with the wolves. We are calling these boys the Timber Wolves. Beautiful. Look at this, man. We've got infantry behind, of course. Let's take a look at that infantry. See, they're in the woods. So really, our armored vehicles are doing the work for us here before we push forward with the infantry. Only now we actually assault with infantry units specifically. Hubel is very close. One of our infantry units is awfully close. Get up there, boys. Ja, sehr gut. Alright, I think that Daka is cleared. We still have plenty over here, though. Plenty of Soviet positions. And I want to make sure guys like Arik, for instance, are also looking over here at the woods. We've got Koenig going that way. As you can see, more Soviets over there. So I am going to actually have him hunt this way. Forward, boys! Der Haiku so angreif! I love the way this SDKFC is putting in extra work here. A lot of extra work. He's got a gun on the front. Massive gun on the front there. Let's just keep him facing forward, especially since there's a lot of Soviets back there. Blizzard is what we've got going here. In fact, all things considered, I think we can just go ahead and take this group and go for Pavlovka. They were supposed to do a counterattack. I don't think they're going to be doing that counterattack. Let's assault, boys. Get ready and move out. Yeah, the Krieg, boys. You're doing wonderfully. Wonderful. The infantry are right there, guys. I don't think we've taken too many losses, all things considered. The Soviets have taken quite a few, of course. But we're going to keep on pushing. Obviously, that's our goal, East Pavlovka. But maybe we could keep on pushing up, wipe out some more units, and then go over to the river Mazhovka. Enemy contact. Wow, that's way out, and we just lost a vehicle. Okay, it's in here, so it's probably one of the Dakas that took it out for sure. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I can see why that's happening. Yeah, he's enemy right there. Got a proper line here, but we need to start heading into Pavlovka. It's assault. Some of these houses are now on fire. That's what we like to see. Let's keep up the fire. I think Nebel is staying back here and just making sure that there are no more enemies in those Dakas. Let's take a look here at the Pavlovka front. Are we even taking shots? I don't think so. But if I were even the Soviets, I'd be terrified of this German advance. Look at this. And look at that. We've got enemies behind us as well. A few of them over here that we did not manage to take out. They're just in the wooded area. This is why so often in Gravitine we're in the woods. We hide men in the woods because it's just a great place to actually ambush the enemy from. A really good place to ambush the enemy. See how Koenig is doing. Koenig is probably the first one that had eyes on them. Sehr gut, Koenig. Sehr gut. Take a look over here. So look at that. We actually spotted quite a few more Soviets over here outside of the line. They're kind of just all over the place. So it looks like they pushed back from East Pavlovka, but otherwise they're pretty much continuing with their standard approach. And for instance, with this guy, I don't even want him to move forward. I want him to stay here right on the road. This way, if any Soviets leave those Dakas, he's ready to open fire on them. Key point taken. Which one is it? Ah, Pavlovka. It's in our hands, boys. And sure enough, there are some Soviets here, but it doesn't look like a counterattack squad at all. It just looks like a bunch of Soviets on this side of the town. Ooh, look at that. Okay, so this is why we did send one of those SDKFZs out. There's a whole group of enemies out that way. With Alvik, I'm going to do the same. We're going to hunt in that direction. We're going to do the same with Imhoff here, is hunt in that direction. Not everybody's going to be coming for the assault. Some enemies here in these trenches. Nice trench line. Barely noticed it, to be honest. Got our boys up close and personal at this point, and still able to provide some fire on that position there. Another vehicle lost. Which one? It's going to be one of the ones out here for sure. Yes, that is Sturmwache. Now, luckily, most of the crew escaped. In fact, I think all of the crew escaped. That's pretty rare. Pretty rare with one of these vehicles. So I'm guessing that is probably just an anti-tank rifle, something to disable our vehicle, but not completely obliterate it. Look at this. A lot of Soviets out here, and it looks like trenches, guys. A tremendous amount of Soviet trenches. They just didn't anticipate where we were actually going to strike next. Watch the men there. Watch them. Still lots of enemies here. Should take them out before anything else occurs. Oh, we got some prisoners captured. Look at that, guys. Some Soviet prisoners to take home to Berlin. Only 3, but we can probably get some intel off them. shot, good shot. A bunch of our guys were tossing grenades into the enemy trenches here, but absolutely the Soviets did a very good job at holding this area. Most of our men over here in this squad, Cop squad, have just held on and have been engaged in pretty much, you know, skirmish battle here for quite a while. Keep your heads down, boys. Alright, I think Nebel and the rest of them have done maybe enough damage over here. Let's see. Look at those Soviet trenches. Okay, Binder has surrendered. So we've got some of our own prisoners. I guess some of the guys could not hack the enemy trenches. Can't blame them. That's a tough push for any soldier. Good work, Stok. And East Pavlovka is now ours, guys. Now just to turn this way, that's it. I think Stok already has the idea. Just get rid of the rest of the enemy trench positions here. He's taking some very heavy fire. Good shot! That was beautiful! So that's a trench killer right there, guys. We could call this Operation Trench Killer. Look at that. Another one, and more prisoners captured, of course. After seeing that, they would have to surrender. So that trench finally gave up, not without us losing a lot of boys. In fact, one of them is digging himself here into the earth just to return fire at that Soviet trench there. Look at that, another vehicle lost. This is a true battle. But if our boys here shell-shocked, they don't want to go on. We need these guys to regain their morale. That's right, get your boys up, Gantner. Order these men to get up and return fire. It's a shame losing Nebel there. Keep moving, Ivan. Okay, Herzl has spotted more enemy there. We really do need some more infantry in the area. At this point, Klein is on the way. I'm not even sure if that's our boys. No, it's our boys. Definitely our boys after they took out that vehicle. So they're doing an excellent job there with the trench, and the enemy is asking for a ceasefire. Now, the thing is, we've taken a really large amount of their territory here. We could probably be okay with a ceasefire, but I'm not sure I'm going to feel good just ending this battle right here. We've already caused such devastation amongst the enemy lines, I feel like we have to continue it. Let's take our boys here and begin an attack right up the line. Assault. More prisoners captured. Yeah, that trench has taken a real nasty beating. And there we go, more Soviet prisoners. The Blitzkrieg continues. This is exactly how we want the Blitz to go. Although I would have liked to have a few more vehicles. Really need some more infantry. Get some infantry units to seek cover into that building. These Dakas need to be under our control. Herzl! Turn! Yeah, we just got hit. I'm not even sure this vehicle comes equipped with a machine gun. I'm actually going to order him to reverse. Reverse back to the buildings. Nice, the gun is still operational. Beautiful. Despite us losing, I think, the driver and one of the loaders, that gun is still operational. Why would he drive into fire? It's not a good idea. Right over the engine, too. take a look over here at the rest of the Soviet trenches. I think they probably... Oh, look at that's what killed our vehicles. Anti-tank rifles. I think they probably have trenches leading all the way to the Mizha area, because if you look over here, we've got some trench patterns and enemies spotted. So they're going to have trenches going all the way up here. It might not be a bad idea to accept that ceasefire. As well as a lot of Soviet soldiers over there. But then again, we keep pushing forward with these boys, we might get lucky as well. There's the Mafta. Yes! At this distance, it is absolutely effective. Just wiped out an anti-tank gun. I just saw it, actually, like, by zooming out. Otherwise, I wouldn't have noticed it. Oh, it's just a mortar. It's just a mortar. Nonetheless, good shot, man. I love that mortar. It is definitely an assault gun. Now I understand why it's called an assault gun. Because it's almost like artillery slash a tank. At distance, this thing can absolutely cause damage to infantry. High explosive rounds. We're going to do anything and everything we can to destroy Soviet morale here, then. Yes! Look at those explosions! Oh, I absolutely love it. Jekyll is a beast right now. I love his name is Jekyll. That is awesome. Yes. Keep up the pressure. We had quite a few commanders killed with all this really heavy fighting, and I feel like even the infantry groups we sent in here, yeah, they've lost a lot of men. But of course, I think we dished it out to the Soviets. I'm not too concerned. We've dished out some serious damage to them. Yeah, we simply cannot stop while we've got this attack going. We've of course left some guys behind just to watch the area. I think this is the right thing to do, but what the hell am I doing? Let's make sure Polk is looking this way. If the enemy's going to attack, it's going to be from there. Keep it up, boys. Look at this push. How the hell Vubel got all the way out there, but we do have a guy, a machine gunner actually, getting really close to the second enemy trench line. And yeah, that's definitely confirmation they have the second enemy trench line, 100% certain. Now we hold the most important areas on the battlefield, but I'm still afraid of accepting the ceasefire, because most of you, if you're familiar with Gravitine tactics, you know the ceasefire system is a little wonky, if that's even the right word to use, where sometimes we will get a total defeat, despite this being an almost clear, or a completely clear victory, us taking positions, etc. So we're going to push it just a little while longer to really make sure that our casualty count for the enemy is as high as it can get, really. Look at that. They're leaving the trench. A lot of them are leaving the trench here. Hit some recoilless rifles, boys. Looks like most of their machine guns have been downed already. We don't have to worry about that. Ooh! Good shooting. That's it. We want to turn these into German trenches. Back off. See what Gauntner's doing here. Good shot! Actually managed to kill one of them. One of his men actually killed him because he was running up there. Let's see if Gauntner can take out these two on the right side. And actually, Gauntner's group is very low on ammunition. No ammunition. Now, that rarely happens. That's almost certainly a sign to accept that ceasefire. In fact, it seems like a lot of our guys, have fired so many times during this battle that they're out of ammo. And that's never a recipe for success. And look at that. This is what happens anytime you clear trenches. A few of the Soviets are still in here. You know, they hunker down, they hide in the trench, and then, of course, they just return fire when another group shows up. So we got lucky they're hitting them with arty. There's definitely going to be some stragglers left behind because we haven't properly cleared the area yet. And we've got to watch out for that. There's a new group arriving. Beautiful. New group is doing damn well. I don't want there to be any doubt whatsoever that we control these areas. And that's why I'm kind of trying to take out this last group here. Oh, what in the world's going on? This is a good example of the nightmares of combat. They're both so shell-shocked. They're just there. We go. Now they've finally seen each other. The Soviet gets back down. Good shot. Now that mortar round ended up hurting our guy too. So I think we had 2 quick losses there. Unless maybe the Soviet just pulled a grenade out. That could have potentially been what he just did there. Just sort of sacked himself in an effort to kill our man there. Very good. You played that well. Still a few stragglers. Get him. Good shot. Yeah, our guy's got eyes on him. Knew that the enemy was going to be coming over here. We saw them in the first part of the battle approaching from this area. Let's just hope it's not a lot of them. And we've got 2 vehicles here just prepared to deal with them in case they get too close. Looks like Gauntner's just giving battlefield positions of the enemy here to us. I'm going to attack with these guys now too. Let's make it happen. Let's push through. Go hunting, Jekyll. That is troubling. We just saw a guy drop, and it's because of hits coming from over here. Once again, I told you, they definitely have trenches here. All the way back here, they're going to have trenches to defend the river Mazhovka area. By the way, it could be River Mazha. I don't actually know it's Mazhovka. I just know it's a common Russian name. So I figured that's probably why it's just MZHA, abbreviations for Mazhovka. Now we are just patrolling the trenches, making sure there are no stragglers left. But this is it. I mean, this is as much as we're going to be able to do. I'm going to fast forward really quick, just to see if the enemy will go ahead and retreat. This, by the way, for anybody wondering, is the SS Das Reich Division here, pushing on the enemy land, of course. I believe this is late it's mid-1943. I don't recall, but I'm pretty sure the SS got weapon upgrades. It was either 43 or 44. Because early on in the war, the SS really were not an elite force. That only happened later. And it seems like this may be that time period. We may not even be at that time period yet. I would not be surprised if these SS troops are being supported by a standard Wehrmacht infantry unit or something like that, just to make sure that, of course, they have, the best fighters possible. You'll see that we cleared out all those dakas. There were so many Soviets in these homes, and all of this trench area. A pretty good start, I will say. If you just look at all those little gray dots, that represents killed or wounded enemy soldiers, and I think we've done a pretty damn good job. Now making it over to the river Pavlovka. And it looks like some of our boys are awfully close here. Right at the trench lines. Just gonna back up a bit. I want to get a bird's eye view here. I have to say, the guys that took East Pavlovka, now a lot of them are over here and over here. They definitely took a beating, and that's why these guys their morale is flashing, because they've already carried out one massive attack. We saw some of them, of course, had a lack of ammunition, so they're a bit tired of fighting. These guys have been through hell and back, that's for sure. That's Soviets hiding in the woods. That's probably the tactic they should have used at the start of this battle, is lured us in. What I would have done is lured us in and had all of their troops over here lined up in the woods. I don't think they would have won the battle, but I think they would have at the very least racked up more of a kill count on our side. Although, I might be surprised. The kill count might still be pretty bad for our side, to be honest here. Come on, take Majovka. Do see movement there. I am afraid that they're going to take that position without us realizing it. And again, I'm so close. I'm so close. No, I'm not. I can't. I can't accept it right now. We've got to take that area. We've got to take that area. We are so close, guys. Look at all the infantry we can send over here. Oh, that place is ours. Willkommen, Männer. Willkommen on the Ostfront.
Da kommen wir nicht mehr lebendig raus. Wir sind in Bewegung.
Yeah.
Wir sind in Bewegung.
Don't know what that means, but it's good. And yes, it's ours. We got it. Now every single one of these damn areas is ours. Every single one of them. I don't think the enemy has a single strong point. And we can't continue the combat either, I'm sure. That's Herzl, and yes, he's completely out of fuel. He's also lost 3 actual. Look at that, the driver and 2 of the loaders, I believe. 3 of his crew members, still has 2. Of course, he can't continue the combat, and that's primarily just because not of his manpower loss, but it's the loss of fuel there. They do have no. Carlo 1 is ours. Never mind. Let's take a look here. It's a map. They do have the river crossing over there, but our boys are way too tired for that. We are going to accept that ceasefire now. And again, gravitating tactics ending is going to be very weird. Those of you that play this game know that. This could end up being a total defeat, even though it's definitely not a total defeat considering the ground we captured and the casualties we created. These guys got lucky. They never had to see combat at all. All they're seeing now are the dead bodies, the remnants of prior combat here as they arrive at the battlefield. Willkommen, boys. Willkommen. And it is a total victory. Thank goodness. I was going to be a little disappointed. It looks like we also got some achievements here. Pretty cool. Butcher achievement. Eliminated 100 enemy soldiers. So 112 enemies killed. We had 5 enemies wounded. Wow, that's rare. So the vast majority of enemies were killed with our attacks here. Good shooting, guys. As well as well, then again, we were playing with SS, so would they really leave any wounded? Probably not. As for our guys, we had 37 killed, 21 wounded, and 1 prisoner. A traitor. Traitor to the Reich. Well, boys, as always, if you enjoyed this, time is money, so please like, comment, and subscribe. There's multiple ways you can help out the channel. That's one of the ways to do it. You can also join me on Twitch at twitch.tv/AgrippaMaxentius, or send me some PayPal funds at agrippamaxentius@gmail.com. Every single one of those things helps tremendously. Thanks so much, guys. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.